Element of our CRCC Asia monthly webinar series. If you haven't tuned in before, we host a webinar each month on a variety of topics relevant to students with an interest in international experience. As you know, today we'll be talking about our newest program, the Coding and Digital Marketing Bootcamp, that will launch this coming June. As a brief introduction, my name is Rebecca and I work out of our Sydney office. CRCC Asia is a global company with offices on 4 continents, specifically North America, Australia, Europe, and Asia. It started in 2008 with a passion for China in bridging Eastern and Western business practices. We specialize in 1, 2, or 3-month internship programs in Beijing, Shanghai, or Shenzhen. We work with many universities worldwide and with 600 host companies within 14 different industry sectors in China to make our award-winning programs a really valuable experience that can often be used for uni credit. With China's growing economy and advancements in science, technology, and e-commerce, we believe there's no better time to introduce an intensive study and application course tailored at some of these booming developments. Our newest program, the one that you're all interested in, is our most innovative yet and is followed by a 6 or 10-week internship in Shenzhen. In the past, we've held similar intensive course studies in business, marketing, and finance, but this year we see a real importance being placed on digital marketing and IT, and we want to provide some insight into this computer language for beginner and intermediate level coders. To give you a better idea of where you'll be studying should you choose to participate in this course, the next 2 slides will cover the academy itself as well as the city you'll be based in. BSD Academy is a leader in web development and graphic design aimed at teaching the essential skills of the future for a competitive workforce in a practical and hands-on manner. BSD stands for Beyond Skin Deep. The idea behind the name, as described by their team, is if you're going to do something well, if you're going to break boundaries and innovate in a field, if you're going to be as good as you can be, it cannot only be basic surface level interest. You must have a passion for it and really get it under your skin. They bring that same passion and excitement to the classroom to give you usable skills for future careers in design, coding, computer and information sciences, etc. What's especially great is that you'll be participating, practicing, implementing, and improving these skills during the 2-week course. They've designed specific projects to test each component, and by the end of the class, you'll have your own digital portfolio that can be an effective tool when applying for and interviewing for jobs. As I mentioned, we have offices in 3 locations, but for this specific program, you'll be based in Shenzhen in southern China, on the mainland near Hong Kong. Often dubbed the Silicon Valley of China, we chose this location because of its rapidly evolving technology and innovation. While perhaps the least well-known of our 3 locations, Shenzhen provides a welcoming combination of warm weather, close proximity to nature and to the coast, easy access to Hong Kong, and as the hub for tech startups, it's a vibrant city atmosphere with lots of opportunities in the field of innovative tech, where you'll be able to apply your newly learned knowledge right away after studying at one of the well-renowned design academies in China. As I mentioned, this is a brand new program for us, and we're really excited to see it take off. The first start date is June 2nd, and the second start date is June 30th. I know many of your winter holidays from uni are only 3 to 4 weeks long, and may not allow for the course plus internship, do keep in mind that you can apply for the standalone course, which could be a great way to build some new skills to bring back to semester 2. The course itself is 2 weeks, Monday through Friday, 6 hours a day. However, if you will be graduating or if you've recently graduated, we do highly recommend coupling the course with the internship so that you can utilize those skills in an international workplace environment. To give you additional flexibility, we do offer 2 internship lengths, 6 weeks or 10 weeks, for a total of 2 to 3 months in China. We also do not limit you to any certain internship sector. So if perhaps you're going to school for marketing but wanted to gain these skills as kind of an additional competitive advantage, you can then choose whether you'd like to do a marketing internship or one that's more focused on design and technology. We have many great host companies in a variety of sectors, especially in Shenzhen, for the reasons I previously mentioned. I'll provide you with a sampling of the companies we work with and the roles and projects that past interns have completed in just a few slides here. You may also change locations for your internship. If you would like to intern in Beijing or Shanghai after the course in Shenzhen, you can talk to us over in the Sydney office and we can try to make arrangements accordingly. Well, again, Shenzhen is incredibly strong in these areas of study. You're free to decide where you'd like to intern. Finally, just keep in mind the few requirements for this course include English fluency and a laptop, either a Mac or PC. But no prior knowledge of coding or digital marketing is required. So let's go over what you'll be learning in the itinerary for this course. The first week will focus on coding. So they'll teach you all the basics that, that you will then be able to build upon throughout the course. Week 2, you'll cover more social media outlets. There are so many to choose from and for different purposes. So they'll take you through a brief overview to introduce you to which ones are specifically very hot right now, how to best use them, and how to get the most ROI on your online campaigns by optimizing SEO and SEM. You'll also be challenged to use social media platforms relevant to China. As you may know, many social media sites are blocked by the Chinese government. So to reach Chinese consumers, you have to utilize the popular platforms that they use there, such as WeChat, which is kind of like WhatsApp, but also has many other capabilities like a news feed and payment features. And another platform is Weibo, which is kind of like a version of Twitter. This extra insight will be essential to your career should you look to be part of the Chinese business world someday. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the internship itself now. While we do charge a fee for the programs, it is all-encompassing. All of our award-winning programs include all of the following components. So we're not just a placement agency. We really try to provide support pre, during, and post program. So do keep that in mind. We offer placements in virtually every sector from and every size company as well. So from big multinationals to startups to Chinese companies. So if you're especially looking for an experience in a certain type of company, do let us know when you have an advising session with one of our admissions counselors. We cannot guarantee that we'll be able to always accommodate, but we'll try our hardest to fit you with the best placement housing. So you do not need to speak Mandarin. It's not necessary at all. All supervisors do speak English. We also offer Mandarin lessons once a week so that you can start using a bit of that in your everyday life. It makes it much easier to get around if you have a few keywords under your belt. It also helps you kind of relate and immerse yourself in the culture a bit more. Our office in Sydney will help you out and get you prepared for your trip, answer any questions, help you with payment, and then just give you tips and tricks on what you can expect once you're over in China. Once you do go to China, our China teams will assist you throughout the program with any questions or concerns that come up while you're on the ground. When you arrive, you will be picked up at the airport by our teams there. so you don't have to worry about making your own way to the accommodations. We provide a lot of components from social, cultural activities, as well as welcome materials, so a SIM card and a travel card, things like that that will help you get settled into your new life for the next 6 or 10 weeks. Just to elaborate on some of the components that I was just talking about, here's airport pickup. So you can see that our staff is waiting for you as you come out of the terminal. There we'll greet you, get you some water, and then we'll take a van back to the accommodations where we'll help you get checked in, and then you'll have a few hours to rest before we host a short informal dinner to help you kind of get to know some of your fellow interns and enjoy your first night in China. This is a look at the accommodations. So as you can see, they are service departments. You will share this accommodation with 1 or 2 other housemates. You each have your own room and own bathroom, while there is a shared common space with the kitchen and living area. It does include washing facilities, as well as ironing boards, everything you may need once you're ready to look professional for your internship. There also is weekly cleaning and internet available in the accommodations. So the first day after induction day, we'll have after airport pickup day, you'll have your induction day. And that's basically just a way for us to, again, welcome you and present you with some information that will be really handy as you begin your journey through the program. So we'll cover things like China business economy, and how to make the most of your internship, how to get around your new city and so you feel comfortable exploring. It's also just another great way for you to start networking with some of the other interns. We provide you with business cards so you're able to, again, make some global connections during your time in China. Following that, there is a welcome banquet, which again is just a social time and a great way to have some nice traditional food. All right. So the first Monday after you arrive, you do have the weekend free to enjoy, but that Monday is your first day of your internship. We do take you, we do drop you off at your accommodation or at your company and introduce you to your supervisor. So that is, again, one aspect that you don't need to worry about in terms of finding your host company on the first day of your internship following the intensive course study. All right, so we partner with Mandarin House, which is a highly respected language school, and they provide really great lessons. It's very small class size, helpful teachers, and they try to give you the most useful phrases. So how to order a taxi, how to order a drink or order food at a restaurant, things like that will really be able to use on a day-to-day basis. So we do organize a weekly event. Some of these are social events. So as you'll see here, we do have a KTV night, which is just basically karaoke, always a very popular option. We also do provide business seminars. So because of the nature of this course, this will be a digital marketing seminar. So we'll ask a really knowledgeable professional to come in and talk to you about their experiences, whether it be working within China, doing entrepreneurial activities, things like that. So they'll kind of give a topic relevant to what you've been learning in classes. Okay, so we also provide a cultural activity. This can be anything from, you see on the left here, dumpling making, to the right where you see calligraphy. A lot of times we'll arrange some sort of performance, so it would either be the Chinese circus or a kung fu show, and those are always a really popular, nice thing to do after a long day of work. Finally, we have our charity day. So one weekend during your visit to China, we will either take you to a migrant children's school, a senior citizen home, and there it's just, again, a great way to immerse yourself and really communicate and get to know some of the local people while making a difference. And a lot of people come out of this saying it's one of their favorite experiences. And it's really another great thing that to include into your CV, you know, international volunteering. Okay, so the internship sectors and roles. Again, like I said, we offer internships in about 14 different segments listed here. Now, as you're perusing through the list, if you don't necessarily see something that lines up with your major, do feel free to still apply and talk to us. Our database of host companies is always developing and growing, and we're always looking for new businesses to partner with. So if you'd like to be doing something a little bit more specialized, let us know, and we'll see if there's something that we can work out for the future with a host company that might be a little bit more aligned. So we always value those suggestions. Okay, so as promised, here are a couple of the samples that we'd like to showcase. So if you're looking to do coding and design or digital marketing, some of the internship placements that could be available to you after your intensive course study would be companies like G+ Technology and Berkeley Sourcing Group. So as you look through some of the internship duties, and these are duties that are provided by the main supervisors or the hiring directors, because we always ask for a job description. And so once they've compiled this, now we know that there is room for web design, email campaigns, SEO strategies, gaming, programming, things like that. So we really try to look at what your interests are, what your expectations are, and try to find a placement that will be a good fit for both parties. So if you are interested in applying for our program, it's very easy. You can just go to our website, crccasia.com/apply. The application is free, no obligation. It's quick and easy. You answer a few questions and upload your CV. Within 1 to 2 business days, one of our admissions advisors will reach out to you and just have a advising session. Just a casual conversation to get to understand what you're interested in and what we can provide. And so again, that conversation is about 15 to 20 minutes. And then moving forward, should you decide to go forward with the program, that's when, again, you will work with our staff in the Sydney office to really get every milestone kind of checked off as you get ready for your time in China. When you do apply, just make sure that you select that you would like to be doing the coding and digital marketing bootcamp plus internship. Again, all of the prices and additional details on the program can be found on our website. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our staff at sydney@crccasia.com. And we'd be happy to help and answer any questions that you have about the course, about our internship programs, about funding, about how to apply or how to get credit at your uni. Any of those questions we are very well versed and experienced in answering. So do feel free to reach out to us and get some more information about these programs if this webinar did pique your interest and it seems like something that might be a really good fit for you and for your future career.